From the rejuvenated Gaslamp Quarter in downtown San Diego, MLB The Show has baseball from Petco Park. Today, the finale of this quick two-game series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the San Diego Padres. Number 13, the National League's batting leader, continues his campaign for a batting crown. Next, Danny Carter gets the start for San Diego in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's what every manager loves, right? He eats up innings. Over 200 innings on the season already. And we don't see very many guys getting 200 innings in this day and age in the game of baseball. He's reliable, he's dependable, and more importantly, he eats up a lot of innings.
Stepping in, Russell Thayer. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Pitch on the way. 0-1 the count. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner, but foul. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Popped him up. Diaz has room in foul territory. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, Aaron Bailey. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Strike Bailey. 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Angels shortstop behind in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3, and now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Paul Valdez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound. Bernardo Castaneda comes in unexpectedly from the pen.
For the Padres, number 17, Bernardo Castaneda.
And he just keeps on going and going. And save number 35 for the season. And he's proven to be as reliable as anyone in the game.
A 2-0 finish today. The San Diego Padres took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Bernardo Castaneda gets to that. MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Busch Stadium. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals. Almost time for these two to square off right after this. Sean O'Doul, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot.
Into the box, Dwight Spicer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
St. Louis, the second baseman.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Guys, the Swinging Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, I'm looking at the guy that's hitting second. Wonder if he can turn it around a bit. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
Second.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
And he fouls this one off. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Stepping up now, Mario Escobar. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Baseman, Mario.
No balls and a strike to count. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And I want to tell you, when looking over the statistics on this starting pitcher right here, one thing that jumps off the page at you is the fact that he leads the National League in strikeouts. And that's all well and good. What you need to focus on is the fact that sometimes you can fall into a lull on the defensive side if you know your guys punching guys out left and right. They're going to have to stay on their toes, stay engaged in this one, and make sure nothing gets by.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Batting 6th, the center fielder, Carmen.
Stepping in now, Carmen Chavez, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. first 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better.
Nope. Ball one.
Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Off the outside that time, as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strike out there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
The 2-2 one more time. Fouled away.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And it's fouled away. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
And the 11th pitch is the charm as he strikes him out to end the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Ready now, Danny Carter, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Danny.
He's ready. Here's the first
Carter.
offering. This is hit softly to third.
Round it.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Play ball.
At the plate, Clint Frazier. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The left fielder.
Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
Fouled off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he got him. And with 1 away for him here in the inning, let's take a quick look at the standings, and you can see that these guys pretty much have the division in hand to this point in the season. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Gabriel Guerrero. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Gabriel.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Sean O'Doul is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Mears ranging up the middle. Throw to Bowers is going to be in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Digging in, Dwight Spicer. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
0-1 the count. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Spicer tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Perez has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Digging in to try it again, Manny Franco. He looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball is bounced out towards second. Mears comes up with it. And that's the second out. Stepping in, Mario Gomez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. And he fouls this one off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Here's a foul ball left side, and that'll move it to 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Oh, my gracious. This one's behind him as he has to arch himself out of the way. It's ball 3. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang. Settling in now, Mario Escobar. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Riding in once again, Manuel Fernandez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Here's a fastball low, and he's behind 2-0. 2 balls and a strike now. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Ball 3.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Popped him up. Mejia is there. He's got it 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Carmen Chavez.
Now batting.
Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Chavez.
His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Carmen Chavez becomes the second out in the bottom of the 5th. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
Ready on 1-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Danny Carter. He got on top of one and was a ground down victim last time. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ball game for the Padres. Line drive to center field.
Round it, find the ball.
And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Now batting.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Eli Mears working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second. Fortunately, the center fielder's in the right spot.
I like the aggressiveness with 2 strikes to put the runner in motion. Sometimes that can backfire and it can turn into one of those strike him out, throw him out double plays, but he was able to get there safely at second.
Digging in once again, Javier Reyes. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Comes set, the 0-1. Line drive to left, and that's in there, base hit. And a relay home, the tag, and he is out at the plate. Now at the plate, Gabriel Guerrero. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. There's a strike with the breaking ball.
Nope.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. The 1-2. Gets him looking, strike 3. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Sean O'Doul.
Number 25.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
O'Doul.
0-1.
Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Acuna is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, second baseman.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Dwight Spicer. He flew out in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. And it's fouled away. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We are still.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Danny Carter. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. To his left, Escobar. And he'll step on first himself for the out. In now, Manny Franco. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
1-1-1.
Left side. And that's the first out. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category.
Now
here's the first pitch to
the
him.
right fielder.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. And now the Cardinals number 4 hitter,
21.
Mario Escobar. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. 2 out, nobody on. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Down in order go the Cardinals. Need to get it going soon. It's 5. Standing in, Danny Carter, 4th plate appearance for him tonight, and why not? He's been in control all game long. The 0-1 pitch. Liner toward right center. Gomez there to put it away and finally put an. Now at the plate, Manuel Hernandez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball back into this one.
Hit back toward the mound. Base hit, and the no-hitter comes to an end here in inning number 8.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Please.
Yeah, watch your lips
Now
right there.
for San Diego, number 29.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
10-0, the final shutout score in this one. San Diego put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Danny Carter wins for a team-leading 23rd time, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Sean O'Doul is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Rain falling here at game time as it's time for baseball at Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight we start the week with the first of a 2-game set between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Danny Carter will be the man on the mound for the Friars. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
Into the
Leading
box,
off tonight
Leo
for San
Miranda.
Francisco,
And we are set for baseball here this evening. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has just gone cold. It happens from time to time, but somebody's going to have to create a spark. Hopefully it's with the first 2 guys in the batting order.
Here's Corey Seager.
Batting second.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Corey
fouled off.
Seager.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
Throw gets him. 2 down. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Drilled to the right side. To his left, Sanchez. Throw to Bowers is going to be in time, and the side is retired. Here's Ryan McMahon now. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
The first baseman, Ryan McMahon.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take. That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And I don't think you can be locking in on anyone else today than Ronald Acuna Jr. This guy, just hear me out on this. Body awareness. Lock in on how easy he makes the game look, both offensively and defensively. No one's going to test his arm as well. This guy's got an absolute howitzer out there.
Takahashi is there for it, and that's the second out of the inning. So in now for San Francisco, Jess Jennings, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, I don't blame him right there, giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
Jennings, a 5'8" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Coming to the plate now, Danny Carter, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left, and that's off the left field wall.
On the bag.
And he'll pull into second with one away.
You know, D-Roll, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Hit to third.
Go, 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 dig, dig, dig.
The tag gets one, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the one out.
Let's play ball.
Digging in, Pedro Melendez, and he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Grounded back up the middle. Takahashi has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Takahashi moving to his right. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So coming to the plate, Pierre Gibbons. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now, this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield, around the mound, and around the home plate area.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Padres lead it 3-0. Striding in, Danny Carter. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Carter.
From the stretch, runners off for second. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Oh my! It's gone! Santa Maria! Two-run shot to straightaway center. 4th home run for him on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
This is the first home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. These pitchers might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
Let's play ball. 3.
Digging in, Leo Miranda. He starts the inning. And Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Corey Seager is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
The bat,
in now, number 13, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. They still find themselves down 6-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Ryan McMahon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Oh, good knuckle curve. 0-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. At the plate, Dylan Cousins. He flew out in his last at-bat. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Giants are still searching for their first hit of the ball game. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Hit hard on the ground towards second. It's flagged down deep in the hole. A flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away. Next to bat for the Giants, Jess Jennings. He's 0 for 1 thus far. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. Still 8-0. Ready to take his hacks again, Danny Carter, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
The last at-bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Cousins is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning. Stepping into the box, Pedro Melendez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. There's strike 2 on a fastball right down the middle.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
So we got him swinging. Pedro Melendez becomes the first out of the inning. Standing in, Reggie Greer comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Geraldo Gutierrez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And that's in there for strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Wastes a pitch on the knuckle curve there, 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Leo Miranda.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, Dero. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
So they do get their first hit, but their first run. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan McMahon. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Giants' first baseman. And it wouldn't be a game in Southern California without the obligatory beach ball sighting, as this one makes its way onto the field. The 1-2.
1-1-1
toward the hole. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Stepping up to the plate, Dylan Cousins. He was a ground out victim last time up. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2 is outside for a ball.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at bat right there, probably his last at bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking this very well could be my last AB of this game. So if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Jess Jennings is sent packing for the second out of the inning. First pitch on its way. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ball game for San Francisco.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
And he will get there to make the running play. And digging in the switch hitter, Danny Carter. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Fouled away. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Play ball.
So striding forward now, Reggie Greer starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled away. Now another 0-2. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Your
A.J.
attention,
Reed
please.
will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 46, A.J.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. In his career, Reed carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. 1 out, nobody on. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location. And the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Digging in and looking for more, Leo Miranda. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Last strike here for the Giants. And the Padres are through to the postseason champions of the NL West.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
An 8-0 shutout this evening. San Diego, with their 97th win, tops in the division. Danny Carter earns his team-leading 24th victory of the year with 15 strikeouts. Pierre Gibbons struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious San Diego Padres, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 2 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Petco Park, a sellout, 40,209. The Padres thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.